Here's Google Apps Updates Roundup number 91. In this episode, I'm going to show you some really cool new features in 9 different Google apps. So make sure all your apps are up to date and let me show you what's new. Let's start with Gcam. Version 9.4 brings some of the Pixel 8 exclusive features to older Pixel models, and the first one is the manual lens selection, which is currently available on the 7 Pro and 6 Pro. You can find it under the gear menu, and then there is a brand new Pro tab, and from here you have the ability to change the lens selection to manual. And once you do this, the zoom pill will change into the lens names. You have the ultra wide, the wide, and telephoto. When you activate this feature, the phone will no longer automatically switch between lenses when you change the zoom level, but you will be limited to whatever maximum zoom available for each lens you are currently using. The new Pro tab will also give you the option to activate the RAW photos directly from the viewfinder, similar to the Pixel 8 models, instead of going to more settings and then advanced like before. Another cool feature you get with version 9.4 is the improved HDR plus frame selection. For example, when you take a photo on your Pixel phone, the phone captures multiple frames to process the HDR, but if it found in any of these frames the person is blinking or looking away, it will automatically ignore these frames and use the best looking one to process as the final image, which will minimize the chances of getting unusable photos without the need to use top shot or best take to achieve the same results. This feature works behind the scenes and there is nothing under settings to activate it or deactivate it, and this one is available for the Pixel 6 models and later, including the Pixel Fold and tablet. All the features I mentioned so far are part of June 24 feature drop, but there are some minor tweaks that come with this version as well. The first one is related to the resolution tag at the top left corner. Previously on my Pixel 8 Pro, this resolution tag used to appear only when I switched to the 50 megapixel mode, but now it works for both resolutions, and as you see here, it shows 12 megapixel. The second change, when you take a shot with the social share feature activated, now you will see quick share as one of the options, even though when you go to the settings, you will not find it in the list. And finally, when you go to the more settings and scroll all the way down, you will see the store videos efficiently toggle available in the main page instead of showing under advanced like before. Now let's move on to Google Photos, and it got 4 new changes. The first change is under the search tab. You will no longer see the things carousel that we used to have, but if you want to access it, you need to tap on the search bar and then type things, and you will see the same exact classifications in a grid view. The second change, when you tap on the plus button at the top right corner, now you will see 2 more shortcuts in the overflow menu, share with a partner and import photos. They work exactly the same, but they are now easier to access. In the Photos tab, I started to see this new banner saying, keep your photos safe. Account recovery can help you sign in if you forgot your password. And when you tap on check settings, it will take you to the recovery options of your Google account so you can confirm your recovery email and phone number. In Memories, I got this brand new creation style with a flashy background behind me, and this is the first time to see it. So that's it when it comes to Google Photos. Now let's talk about Messages. The first change is the brand new floating button to quickly access Gemini, which will make it much easier for you to start the chat in case your conversation is buried somewhere in the list. The second change, when you tap on the profile picture, it will expand and give you some quick shortcuts. One for messages, one for the contact info page, and if you have the number saved, you will get the call button. And I also noticed a really cool animation when you tap anywhere on the screen to dismiss the card. As you see, the animation starts from where I tap on the screen. Change number 3 is the brand new camera interface. Previously, it was using an extension from Gcam, but now it uses its own dedicated UI. At the top right corner, you will see the flash settings. You have the photo and video tabs, the zoom levels, and the camera switcher. I personally prefer the previous implementation because it used to give me more options. For example, in this UI, I cannot slide my finger over the zoom pill to change the zoom, but I have to use the pinch to zoom gesture instead. And also, the Gcam extension used to have some manual controls to adjust the brightness, white balance, and shadows, which is no longer the case. Number 4 is a brand new feature called Selfie GIF or GIF. which you can access by tapping on the plus button, and you will find it over here, or you can tap and hold on the gallery button, which will start the feature immediately. You will get a countdown of 3 seconds, and then you will start your recording. Once you're done, you can tap on send. As you see, it has this rounded interface. You can also tap and hold on it to save it to your phone's gallery if you want. Change number 5 is the single line text field. If you remember, in the previous versions, we used to have this double line text field, which is no longer the case, and Google reverted back to the more compact design. Number 6 is the slightly redesigned voice messages recorder. I showed you this new design already, but it got slightly shorter than before. Not only this, but the noise cancellation option is now more widely available. I tested it in very noisy environments and it did an amazing job, so you have to give it a try. I also noticed a small visual tweak in the emoji page. The search bar at the top now has a fill color, which wasn't the case before. Under settings, now you have the option to turn off the expressive animations that take place when you send certain phrases like happy birthday or I love you. So if you don't want this to happen, you can simply turn off the switch. And finally, when you share an image via Google Messages, you will get this brand new full screen interface to choose the contacts. Next, the Google Phone app. And it got 3 new features. The first one is called Lookup, which is part of June 24 feature drop, but it wasn't available at the time of receiving the update, and I finally got it on my Pixel 8 Pro. To use the feature, tap on any of the unknown numbers under your recents, and you will see the lookup option, which will do a simple Google search for the number to show you the results. We also have a couple of new additions under settings. The first one is called Contact Ringtones, which is a shortcut for the same feature you can find under the Contacts app that you can use to assign certain ringtones to any of your contacts. The second change is under Caller ID announcement, and now you have the option to activate the feature only when using a headset. The next app we have is Google Home, and it got 2 new features. The first one is the new widget, which is something I've been waiting for a very long time, and here is how it looks. When you first add the widget to your home screen, it will ask you what kind of controls you want to add. You can either choose favorites or custom. Here it will show you the full list, so you can select whatever you want, but let's add my favorites for now. This is the biggest size you can get, and this is the smallest one. I think this feature is very handy because it saves you time, and instead of expanding the quick settings, then tap on home, you can interact with your smart home devices with a single tap from your home screen. The only downside about this feature is it refreshes every 30 minutes. So sometimes it doesn't show the current state of your smart devices. Sometimes my lights are already on, but they show on the widget as off. So I hope Google will add a refresh button, or at least decrease the intervals for updating the widget to be more useful. And if you want to edit your widget after the fact, tap and hold on it and then tap on edit. You can change your home. You can switch from favorites to custom controls, or edit your favorites from within the home app by removing any of the devices you don't want. The second and last change, if you are casting media to multiple speakers, now you will get one volume slider for all, which is one of the features that we used to have a long time ago, and it got removed. Then it made its way back to the Google Home app. But if you want to access the individual sliders, you still can tap on the cast button and adjust them separately like this. Now it's time for Gemini, and it got 2 new features. The first one is the YouTube Music extension that you can find by tapping on the profile picture, then extensions, and when you scroll all the way down, you will see YouTube Music. This new extension will allow you to give Gemini some YouTube Music commands like playing a specific playlist, search for a song, or play a radio. The second change is the availability of Gemini side panel in workspace apps like Gmail, Docs, and Drive on the web. It allows users to dig through their files and emails to summarize and provide answers using the data in their accounts. It takes advantage of Gemini 1.5 Pro, which can use up to 1 million tokens at a time. To get the side panel, you need to be enrolled in Workspace Labs and subscribed to either Google One AI Premium or a paid Workspace customer. I didn't have enough time to extensively test this new side panel, but I will keep you updated in my future videos. Now let's talk about Google Chrome, and here I'm gonna show you 2 new features. The first one is on Android. If you have a progressive web app or PWA open in Google Chrome, when you try to add it to your home screen as a shortcut, you will see this brand new interface giving you the two options, either to install it or create a normal shortcut that opens inside Chrome. The second change is on iOS. Now you have the ability to customize the overflow menu by tapping the ellipses and then customize menu. From here you can reorder or remove any of these options, and the same applies to the list, in addition to the ability to turn off the smart sort menu bar. Previously, Chrome used to reorder these options automatically based on your usage, so if you don't want this to happen, you can simply turn off the switch. Now let me show you a new feature in the Google Password Manager that you can access from within Google Chrome, but it's actually part of Google Play services that you can see its version now on the screen. What's new here is the ability to share any of your passwords with your family members. So for example, when I open the Password Manager and then tap on this one, do the biometric authentication, then tap on the share button, it will automatically show you the family members under your Google account. So when you choose any of them and then tap on share, you will get this animation. And once done, the password should appear under the Google Password Manager on the other device, and you need to tap on done. If you want to stop the other person from using your password, you have to change it yourself on the website. Next, we have Google Play Store, which got two new changes. The first one is the slightly redesigned search tab. Previously, the You Might Like section used to have a grid of 2x4, but now it's 2x5, and the Discover card that used to appear at the very top now shows at the very bottom of the screen. The second change is the new AI-generated section called Frequently Asked Questions. When you open any app listing and then scroll down a bit, you will see a new banner called Frequently Asked Questions created by AI, which you can reveal by tapping on Show, and here you can see all the questions and answers, or you can hide it back again by tapping on this button. So that's pretty much it for today. Those are all the new changes I wanted to show you in Google Apps. Please reach me out on social media if you spotted any new change that I didn't mention before to include in my future episodes. But for now, thanks so much for watching and see you in the next video.